Donald J. Trump, President of the United States and loving father of 2 out of 5. Last night, we talked about the latest Trump political scandal, the firing of the State Department's Inspector General. And this is a weird one because when the story was first being told, what we heard was that Trump fired the IG because he was investigating whether Mike Pompeo had used government employees to run personal errands for him. But then, later on, it came out that the IG was also investigating whether Pompeo illegally bypassed Congress to sell billions of dollars of weapons to Saudi Arabia. So yesterday, Trump was asked why he fired the Inspector General, and his answer was pure gold.
I don't know him, never heard of him. I was happy to do it. Mike requested that I do it. He should have done it a long time ago, in my opinion. He's an Obama appointment, and he had some difficulty. But I just don't know who he is. I don't know. I never heard his name.
No, man, I'm sorry, guys. Is it just me? Or is this like the 50th time Trump has fired someone that he's never heard of? I bet pretty soon Trump is going to start firing random people who don't even work for him. Yeah, you're just going to show up for work one day and your boss will be like, "Bad news, Bob. You've been fired by the president." Wait, can he even do that? Probably not, but you're just not worth fighting for. So there was a lot going on with the story. Shady arms sales, misuse of government staff and taxpayer money, the president interfering with government oversight, and usually, this would blow up into a major scandal. But Trump has a special talent. Just when you think the news is going this way, he finds a way to drop a bomb that completely switches everything up.
President Trump reveals he is on a daily dose of an unproven drug to protect against the coronavirus.
In the White House, surrounded by restaurant executives, the president made the stunning announcement as an off-the-cuff remark.
A lot of good things have come out about the hydroxy. A lot of good things have come out. I happen to be taking it.
Hydroxychloroquine?
I'm taking it. Hydroxychloroquine.
When?
Right now, yeah. A couple of weeks ago, I started taking it.
The president said he is taking the drug as a preventative, not because he has tested positive or has any symptoms.
Can you explain, sir, though, what is the evidence that it has a preventative effect?
Here we go. You ready? Here's my evidence. I get a lot of positive calls about it. And I say, hey, what do you have to lose? Okay, what do you have to lose?
No. Oh, no. Are you serious? Trump has been experimenting with hydroxychloroquine, the same drug the FDA said no one should be taking for coronavirus outside of a hospital. That drug, where they were like, look, man, we don't know. Just don't try it. He's trying it. And guys, I'm not going to lie, man. I feel so bad for this guy's Secret Service. Because you have to admit, they have had more on their plate with Trump than with any other president ever before. Can you imagine a day in the Secret Service's life? Keeping my eyes peeled, making sure there's no threats. Everything looks clear. We're all good. Mr. President, what did you eat? What is that in your mouth? Mr. President, open your mouth. Say ah, Mr. President. Say ah. Like at this point, what unhealthy thing isn't Trump doing? He's taking hydroxychloroquine, he eats fast food every single day, and yet he is still alive. I wouldn't be surprised if one day we discover an ancient cave painting, and right in the middle of all the other cavemen, we find Trump. Fake news. I never touched that dinosaur. Now, as with anything Trump says, no one knows if he's actually telling the truth about taking hydroxychloroquine. Like, we don't know. Maybe he's just distracting people from the Inspector General story, or from all the coronavirus deaths, or from the fact that his most trusted advisor is actually one of those South Korean soccer dolls. We'll never know. But if it is true, it's concerning. Because hydroxychloroquine, at best, is unproven as a treatment for coronavirus. At worst, it could make you more likely to have like a heart attack. So Trump is either taking a dangerous, ineffective drug, or he's lying about doing it just for the lulz. Either way, people are worried. People including Nancy Pelosi, Speaker of the House and world's most famous cat clock. In fact, she went on CNN last night to voice her serious concerns about the president playing doctor on himself.
As far as the president is concerned, he's our president, and I would rather he not be taking something that has not been approved by the scientists, especially in his age group and in his, shall we say, weight group, what is morbidly obese, they say.
No, Nancy. Morbidly obese? Whew, that is definitely shots fired. And you know what's weird? Is that Pelosi started to say it diplomatically, and then it looked like she just gave up in the middle. Especially in the president's, shall we say, weight group. He's too fat to live, if you will. And I know Trump is going to be mad about this. But the people who are really going to have a hard time with this, all the White House staffers who have to explain to Trump why Nancy would call him morbidly obese when he knows he only weighs 210 pounds. I mean, that's the number the bathroom scale has had on it for years. And look, man, there's no denying that Trump isn't exactly in shape. But this comment has opened up a can of worms. Like the whole internet was laughing at him. President Plump was trending on Twitter the whole day. But the truth is, my friends, that mocking the president's weight also makes a lot of people who aren't Trump feel like shit too. So please, just remember, Trump's not an asshole because of what goes into his mouth. He's an asshole because of what comes out of it. Basically, think of it this way. If you weight shame one person, you weight shame everyone. And I know I also have to keep that in mind the next time I make fun of Eric Trump. Because there's a lot of good people out there who look like vampires whose dads have blocked their numbers, and I need to be more sensitive to that. I'm gonna work on that. But anyway, that's Nancy Pelosi. As a Democrat, trolling Donald Trump is her constitutional duty. What's more surprising is that Trump's self-medication regimen also raised alarms from some of his biggest fans on Fox News.
Why would the president be taking hydroxychloroquine?
I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine. I found it to be highly irresponsible for the president to have come out and make that statement.
There's no reason to listen to people really who have no medical knowledge whatsoever pontificate about if it's useful or not. Just listen to your doctor.
If you are in a risky population here and you are taking this as a preventative treatment to ward off the virus, or in a worst case scenario, you are dealing with the virus, and you are in this vulnerable population, it will kill you. I cannot stress enough. This will kill you. So again, whatever benefits the president says this has, this is a leap that should not be taken casually by those watching at home or assuming, well, the president of the United States says it's okay.
Damn. This is surreal. Fox News condemning Donald Trump. I mean, this is like doing something so bad that your own dog takes off its collar and just walks away in disgust. Man, someone needs to rescue you. But this is what it's come to. Fox News telling its viewers that if you listen to the president, you might die. I mean, Trump has basically turned the presidency into an episode of Jackass. They're gonna throw that warning up before every press conference. And hearing that from his favorite TV channel clearly affected Trump. Because last night he tweeted, "Fox News is no longer the same. You have more anti-Trump people by far than ever before, looking for a new outlet." And if Trump actually goes through with this threat and stops watching Fox, it would be the biggest breakup since, I don't know, Elon Musk and reality. But for people who don't want to see this beautiful relationship end, the good news is Fox News is trying hard to win the president back.
If you're mad about Fox News sometimes pushing back on your administration, then worry no more. Introducing a bold new Fox News lineup for the president. From 6 to 9 a.m., start your morning off with Sean Hannity.
President has been right, we've been right.
Then from 9 a.m. to noon, your workday begins with Sean Hannity.
New York would be dead without Donald Trump's help. Period.
At noon, get in your workout with Sean Hannity's Karate Hour. At 3 p.m., Sean goes to the bathroom. So for 5 minutes, we've got Judge Janine.
All the talk about coronavirus being so much more deadly doesn't reflect reality.
Then it's back to Sean Hannity. At 5 p.m., check out an all-new The Five, starring 5 Sean Hannitys.
Just a few short words. President Trump is winning.
Then from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m., Sean begs for sleep. But guess who's not gonna get it? Sean Hannity.
Even the New York Toilet Paper Times figured out that dirty dossier that was...
Fox News. All new, all Hannity, all for Trump.
Thank you, President.
I feel like it could use a little more Hannity. Well, that's our show for tonight. But before we go, please remember that the COVID pandemic has taken a serious toll on many people's mental health. And here in the US, the Disaster Distress Helpline is trying to address this crisis. They've got counselors who are trained to meet the mental health needs of this unique situation. And if you would like to help them, all you need to do is donate whatever you can. If you'd like to support the crisis specifically in New York, then you can donate to NYC Well, which is also providing free, confidential mental health support. Until tomorrow, stay safe out there, wash your hands, and remember, food never spoils, it just develops new flavors.